my microphone, so it was just recording from my camera microphone, and that was not sufficient. So here I'm updating my scanning skill. I wanted to make sure that I'm getting the furthest range that I can on my scan, how you're able to zoom in on the scan, and you level that up by scanning items. I just realized I got spit on by that flying creature, the jellyfin. When I was playing this, I didn't actually notice that had happened. But there we go, you can see the zoom in feature that you get from upgrading the scanner skill, and honestly, very, very cool. I play a pistols only build, so I never carry around a weapon that has a scope, and sometimes I want to look at things that are far away. And this just gives me a way to do that, so it'll zoom back out here in a second. You can see exactly how far away I'm able to look at out and see things. So, oh my goodness. Dinosaur Wars. Let's see, do I come in here and, I remember I was looking at this and thinking, okay, which one's attacking which? And so I just started blasting. And, I take out like 4 of these things. I'm like, alright, this is great. And then I realize that, these things are herbivores. So they were just being attacked. So, yeah, these are defensive, and the other ones are aggressive. So these guys were probably going to be fine. I didn't need to mess with them, but I did. So, I don't know if you know this, probably if you're still, like, into this game, if you're still looking at content about this game, then I pretty well know that you know most things about this. So, you, get scanning, points or scan progress for creatures that you, defeat. So, if you defeat, like, 4 creatures, that will count as scanning 4 of the creatures. So, you don't have to scan it, you can't just shoot it. That's possible. The same goes for resources. If you mine them with your cutter, then it also scans them. Also, if you harvest, like, a plant, that counts too. So here I am looking at the boneyard. This is what we looked at in the last video, and I said that, I might take a break and do some of the quests, but, nah. I decided I would just go ahead and save that for this next video so we could pick up right where that left off. The last video that I uploaded is right now by far the biggest on my channel. So if you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you being here. If you've been around or if you just like the content, leave a like, leave me a comment, whatever way you want to interact with this video, or just sit down and enjoy it. So here I am at the boneyard, which I talked about in my last video. And I thought this was a unique point of interest, but just kind of looking at it, it doesn't appear that there's anything really special to this. I did liken it to the Sandworms of Dune, because I'm a big Dune fan. I've read all the main Dune books, the 6 of them, and these new movies are amazing. If you haven't seen the Dune movies, I highly recommend it. I realize a sandworm wouldn't really have bones like this, but they do talk about the worm having teeth. So, and just kind of given what we know about them, I guess they do have bones. They're just not like regular worms. They have scales and things. So right here, this is where I said, oh, this is like enter through this point? And the short answer, no you don't. You cannot get in there. No matter how you try it. This is just for looking at this thing. It's pretty neat, actually, just how big it is. And, like, why is it here? So I don't know if they have these on other planets, but just kind of looking at it now, I think maybe I could see this being on more than one planet. But I'm still really glad I came and looked at it because it was very timely. I saw Dune on the 1st of March, which I think is the day it had an official release, and couldn't stop thinking about it, talking about it for weeks. So yeah, still blows my mind. I've got to see it again. I've got to go and see it. Here I'm just scanning a bunch of different planets because if you remember, I was doing constellation missions to survey planets and find a specific trait, so a diseased biosphere. So I decided that I had to be on a inhabited planet, a planet that could support life. So I dropped here because I saw there's plants and animals, and just kind of, I think this is when I just had like a feeling about this world. So, and I land on the planet and immediately scan and travel, and I think I just show up and it's here. I don't know if I manifested that by, okay, so yeah, this is not the one where I did this, but really felt like, one of these, I just landed on the planet that I chose. I'm like, here it is. And I just said, this is gonna be the one. And I just landed, and there it was. It was like the first thing, so it was kind of neat. It felt like I was, manifesting that. I think that stuff is really cool, You could say a lot of it is like, coincidence, or just like you start looking for things, but whatever you think it is, it's neat. Oh, I thought that was a monster, or an alien, but it was one of my companions who was just swimming. Okay, so here's our microbial colony. I'm gonna look around for anything else to scan. Looks like the biome is complete on all of these, so, anomaly, yes, the anomalies count as a natural point of interest, or a planetary trait, rather. So you may notice that my microphone today sounds a bit different. I'm actually just recording on my phone. Usually I plug my microphone into my phone, and then I edit that audio separately in Audacity, just to kind of clean up edges and things. And I can look, what I do to edit these videos is I actually just go and look at the Audacity file, and any time that I brush against the mic or cough, sneeze, anything like that, or if I just lose my train of thought, which is probably happening right now in real life, but I've paused the game here because I'm getting up to do something, and when I do that, I snap my fingers close to the microphone, and that peaks the audio in Audacity so that I can see where I should be looking to take things out. So it makes my editing it's a real deal. I don't know what causes that, but and it stays. It's very interesting. So here I just keep traveling between two sulfur pools. It looks like, which is so funny. I don't know what's causing me to do this. I think I eventually just get fed up, and I'm like, what's even happening right now? It looks like I may go to these arches for some reason. I feel like I remember seeing arches and going to them. But yeah, more likely than not, I just travel to a new biome because I say, yeah, this one stinks. I want nothing to do with it. Sorry if you can hear that car. There's a car that drives through here at night, like 8:30, always, like around the same time. So they are either really late to a shift every time, or they're so excited to get back to home. Oh, do you know that last one? I think I was looking at it and I didn't think that it would have, I didn't think that it would support life. So, oh, and here it looks like they got to these before I did. The UC System got to the Ecliptic Mercenaries. I'm just gonna have a sip of my drink here. Okay, that's just another one of the many interruptions in my life. The baby monitor going off. I think I was actually just saying, if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, then you'll maybe recognize some of the background noise. There's the fan from my computer, maybe some of the sound from my headset, and the background noise of the monitor in the baby's room. So let's see. I'm traveling here. It looks like I discovered everything in the biome that I wanted, and I think this is Infected Grove. Yep, so this is our diseased biosphere. This was the first one. I just got here and boom, there it is. So let's see how much gold. I didn't exit the scanner in time to see how much gold, but 3,000 experience. Now that mod gives you a ton of experience for that, Yet another interruption I get here is my cat. My cat, who would love to make herself heard on tape. She is a really goofy, really silly cat. Oh, look at this. There's a spacer here. And I just ignore them. I ignore them because I'm interested in just blowing them to smithereens. So that's one down. And then I decided that one is level 38. And I haven't looked at the level of the other one, but this one's level 20. So I realized a bit too late that if I had wanted to disable the ship to board it, I should have done the other one. So that ship was worth 189 experience. So something like maybe like 16 times that amount is what I got for one of the Constellation Survey missions. And here I'm just scanning every planet that I can to raise the scanning perk because these Constellation missions are pretty lucrative. And I have no idea what I'm talking about here actually in the background. Just scanning these up. Scanning these up before we move along. So this is going to be a low editing kind of video, just kind of a ramble. Let's see what I was talking about. Oh, hot liquids. Like coffee and things. That's one thing. But they were talking about grits, which, if you're not in the US, is like porridge. And they would cook these, and they would be really, really hot. And if you got that straight out of the pot onto your skin, it would burn you at an extremely high temperature, and those scars will stay for a really long time. So that was kind of my experience, I think, with the sulfur pool, is that it was a really bad burn, whereas the fire on top, not as bad. So that was a really long way to get to the point of that story, but that's the way I do things. I am not a linear kind of person. Look at that, we're halfway through finishing this. And I'm just scanning all these little planets and moons, and there was something at that Ariadne planet. It looked like there was a ship landed there. Or was it this one? Oh, unexplored geophysical feature. That's weird that that's just like on the map. Oh, I'm looking for aeriform life. That's what it is. So again, I'm thinking that I need something on a planet that will support life. So, just scanning up all of these to see if any one of them pops out, and I don't see it. I think here is where I get the sense. I'm like, let me just go to this planet. This will be the one. And I think it might just be the one I'm at. Might be the one I choose to go to. Is it Ariadne 2? Oh, no, maybe I'm going to Ariadne 4. This is fun. I have no memory of this at all. Ariadne 4 it is. There we go, and I'm on my way. Looking for a planet with airform life. Now I'm traveling in the Rose ship, which is the ship that I built most recently prior to the Gilbert. Like, hail this guy and he just clears his throat, like, yeah. Like, what is that? What kind of response is that? That's so funny. No idea. Don't really know what that guy's deal is. He's just hanging out, being annoyed by people flying in. Who knows?
Landing site is clear. Let's head down.
This is a very pretty planet. Look at that. These nice tall trees. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Love to see it. Alright, let's pop out the old scanner. There is so much stuff here to scan. I think I start to make an attempt at this, and then oh, do you know, I actually get quite a few of these things. I think I may finish actually scanning this planet, but again, that's one of the joys of having lost all the audio. You get to rediscover all of this again. And I have a little trouble remembering exactly what is on what planet, because they're, you know, for better or worse, they are just kind of randomly stocked. Just randomly filled with these plants and animals, so I think here I go, deciding I'm gonna look for things. Nope, there's a crab here. Oh, okay. Third time's the charm, maybe. Okay, oh, look at this. I think this is, I landed right here, and these are fermentation vents. Oh no, they are not. There's something with the fermentation vents. I had something like this previously. Yes, so I say third time's the charm because, oh no, they're fighting a mud crab. I've stopped and started recording this 3 times. Because the baby monitor is ringing. It's calling me. That's pretty satisfying. I don't often use this mag shot weapon anymore. I tend to use the Star Shard. But for distance, that one's still great. I still like that just fine. Oh, seems promising. Life signs. That could be airform life. Oh, this is the same thing. It's another antimicrobial colony, so we've already had that. Already had it. My baby boy, he's like a year old, and he's got some, this is really his first spring, where he goes outside. He was born a year ago, so all of the allergens that are in the air now, he was kind of fresh out of the womb and kept in a very, very contained environment during that time. But now he is struggling with the pollen. I live in an area that is very disposed to pollen. It's really difficult here. Actually, it's for everybody. People, I think, who don't even have allergies will come here and just suffer because of it. So, yeah, pollen, well, it helps to keep our planet alive. Okay, looks like I'm only missing one. Oh, what was I doing there? I think I'm looking to scan. Oh, there's one more fauna, and it's in this biome. I think I was planning on going to the deciduous forest anyway. So yeah, I apologize if you hear the monitor. He's kind of sniffling occasionally, but he goes back to sleep pretty quick, so I feel bad for him. But that's one of the reasons I don't have a ton of time to film these videos. The reason that my phone came unplugged from the microphone is actually because I had to leave in the middle of recording, and one of the things that I did was I unplugged everything because my Steam Deck had died when I was playing the video, and I just unplugged everything, and that did not get plugged back in. So I do love that I, still hit record and everything like that, but I hope this turns out better. I've done something like this before. I think this is probably a combination of the two worst recording setups that I've had. It's recording directly onto my phone with no microphone, and recording in the room with my PC and all the computer fans going. Check it out, we got one beetle, and there's usually a second one right nearby, so always hang around this first one, and ta-da, there's your second. So yeah, those little beetles and stuff are super hard to find, and now it's just a matter of going to search out all of the features. Now this is a natural with the shuttle looking thing, so I think this is another one I've already explored. Oh no, this is like one of these as well that you don't scan. It's just like a thing here. I love this random notebook here. That's hilarious. Weird. Okay. Wow, beautiful mountain. Didn't really notice that before. So let's see what is I apologize too if you can hear my headphones playing in the background. But listening to different things. Okay, this has gotta be it. No, this is hive structures. This is not it. As soon as we find that last one, I'm gonna cut the video because I am so tired. I slept for 2.5 hours last night. Aforementioned baby boy was up over hours last night, sleep done, or when he naps, he's really gaining on us. He always gets more sleep than I do. He just always will because, I can't nap when he naps because I have to do grown-up things during that time. It's right now he's in a very he's in a stage where he just wants to be with people all the time, and he doesn't like if people walk away. He doesn't like if people are in his vision and then out of his vision, and he just likes to be held right now, and a lot of that is his gums, his teeth pain. So, but he's normally a very good sleeper. I think right now it's just with the pollen in the air, he's kind of struggling with that. I hope I find the last planetary trade here. I think I'm going to the coast, yep. And I do remember I found it at the coast, so I'm level 113 now. By the time of my next video, I think I'll be over level 115. I have just been playing tons of this in bed. I actually have now a pair of AR glasses that I plug into my Steam Deck, and it just puts a screen inches in front of my face. That's so funny. This teleporting here just dropped me in the middle of the air. I missed 6 to 7 shots in a row on that. That's really funny. I missed so many shots in a row. What on earth? Alright, we're just gonna keep traveling to these natural landmarks. Hopefully this is the one. Nope, this is more hive structures. So I immediately run away from it, but then I'm maybe something. And all of these are labeled the same. It looks, I guess, like a rocket ship to me, but it could be a stone or something. Don't really know. Here is another ecological consortium. Let's see. I think I try and fast travel before these guys can aggro. And how do we do? Life signs, that seems promising. It doesn't say natural. So maybe this will be it. Yes, here's the fermentation vents. So yes, this is absolutely the airform life. Yay, so at this point I'm just ecstatic. I'm just over the moon that I finally found this. And I do afford everything, all the money I need to outfit my ship the way that I like it. You'll probably see that in the next video. It is a lot like the ship I have, the Polarize, which I decorated the interior of, and I'll have to look back through and see if I did a proper tour of that, because if I didn't, I'm going to, because it's, walking back through it, and it's a really nice ship, but the missiles are bugged, and it doesn't have an EM weapon, so it's hard to board ships with it, and that's really the only thing I would change, but when you do that, it resets the interior. So, instead I built a new ship that's just like it, and, probably decorated a little differently. So I've maxed out my surveying, and I'm looking at my astrophysics, so I do level that to max. I'll probably end the video here, but I'm so glad we found this final planetary trade, and we can put those quests to bed. Yay! I hope you've enjoyed this video. I appreciate you taking the time you stay kind to yourself. You matter.